This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? Got on a little late this evening, but let me see. We got Jimmy Collins. How you doing? David Novi. Here with Matty K. I don't know where Nick is, but hopefully he'll be along in a moment. Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. I was, dialing in some drum sounds and stuff this afternoon, different whatnots and dingle dangles and shit.
Nice.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, there's Nick. How you doing, Nick?
There you go.
Just in the nick of
Doing
time.
all right. Somehow
Yeah. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm or whatever it is?
Jake from State Farm. What are you talking about?
You don't know. It's still early, so that's what's a little.
Oh, that fucking insurance commercial. The wife is the husband's talking to somebody like in the middle of the night. And she's like, "Oh, you're talking to Jake." I bet. And she takes the phone and says, "What are you wearing, Jake?" From whatever, I forget the insurance
No, it's
company.
State Farm.
He goes, khakis?
Yeah, it's State Farm, I think. All right, well, we got Anita's with us. How you doing so far? Who else? Oh, Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Got infested with goddamn carpenter ants within the past couple of days, so I had to buy some poison to spray the damn house to kill these little motherfuckers.
Well, have them fix your stairs.
I don't know why, but I don't have stairs. That's the problem.
Tell them to build you some. Tell them to build you some.
Yeah. Goddamn, I had to look up what the hell those ants were, because I call them tree ants.
Well, I'm sure like Yolanda could meld with them and tell them to work with you or something.
Yeah. You can be king of the ants.
She foot welded one of them this morning in the house.
Wow.
She welded it to the damn floor with her.
Then get Jasmine to talk to it.
Well, Jasmine's out of state right about now. That's a whole other story. We'll get into that one. That was hilarious. But I'll let y'all know later.
Well, okay. David Novi says hello. Well, everybody seems to be here. And that's it for tonight. Good night.
Hey, did everybody everybody watch solemnly as we had to watch John Lewis's motorcade progressing all over Washington and here, there, and everywhere, and stopping at all the memorials and oh my lord.
Guy's
At
been
least it wasn't on every station.
Guy didn't go to his own district as
Speaking
many
of
places.
bowing out of events.
What? Guy hadn't been to his own district as many places as he's been in the last 3 days. I think they're a little overdoing it for a partisan hack. Jimmy Collins simply says no. No, he hasn't watched it. But Jimmy, he's
Yeah, I bowed out of that event.
he's one of them. He's a hero. Didn't you know that? Oh God, when Hillary dies, you know they're gonna do the same goddamn thing, right?
Well, I'm surprised they didn't protest when they finally got to the. Where the hell are they're gonna put him in the Capitol Rotunda, right? I don't know. The honor guard to the pallbearers were taking their sweet ass time starting the ceremony. I was like, "What the hell are you guys waiting for here?"
I think it was Nancy Pelosi, actually.
I wish it was Nancy Pelosi too.
No, I think she was eating lunch or something and didn't get there on time, or something happened. Possibly, maybe she ran out of vodka or gin or something. I don't know.
No, so they gotta hold up the whole shebang for fucking her.
Why not? They're holding up the whole country because of her. Why not a funeral? Alan McMullen is here. Nick Young is in the comments. Robert Wood. Eric Driver. Everybody's saying hello to each other. I doubt they're even listening to us. Although, why would they?
They're better off, probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
Yeah, is Max here yet? Or
No,
not? Maybe he's
I've not seen Max
passed
yet.
out over in England at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's about 12 now, so. Max is probably out being stealthy.
Now, how come we don't get Dave Renegade anymore? And where the fuck is Storm and Norman been?
I don't know what happened to Norman. He started his own page a couple of years ago and did videos, and then kind of fell off the map. Guess he found other interests. I don't know.
Hopefully it wasn't something negative.
I doubt it. I mean,
he's going on with him.
Once in a while he's on here. Every once in a while I see him. It's been about a month or so.
Well, I understand Dave Renegade. He's sort of whipped now with his Polish girlfriend. Probably not letting him do his regular shit.
I don't know. That's what happens when you get a girlfriend. All your friends, especially ones you've never met, are actually, what go by the wayside. That's how it works. Let's see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying we're that consequential or anything, but, it'd be nice to him to at least wave once in a while or something,
He does. Every now and again, he'll come on, just like Norman. Let's see. David Callaghan's here. John Saxon died. Yeah. Enter the Dragon. Yeah, I get it. He was in everything back in the 70s.
Who?
John Saxon. He was in Enter the Dragon. He was the white guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, the dude with the scary eyebrows looking dude. Yeah.
He was in a lot of stuff.
What? Olivia de Havilland in Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, last one who was alive from Gone
104 years old.
Yeah. Last one who died. Last one who was in Gone with the Wind who was alive has died. No, she's no longer the last one. She's just, dead.
He finished it off.
think wasn't like one or two of the Munchkins that were in the Wizard of Oz, or the only ones that were left or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if there's any of them left either.
Yeah, what the hell's his name? I can see his face. Well, anyway. Yep. Everybody else is gone. Well, you know, the Lion and Tin Guy and the Scarecrow, they were like in their 30s or 40s then. So
yeah, that's like 1936, I think. Gone, or
39.
Wizard of Oz or something like that. I think it was
39.
39,
I think, yeah. Yep, that was a good year for movies. One of the best in Hollywood ever. You know, when they used to act and they could be scary or funny without CGI and all kinds of other bullshit. Did y'all hear me on radio out of Orlando? I didn't know you were going to be on radio in Orlando. And I wouldn't have listened because we don't get any radio out of Orlando. Yeah, that. Sorry.
Nah, who would that be?
That would be Kevin Bearden.
Yeah, I guessed.
Yeah. I live about 2 hours north of Orlando. The radio waves don't get this far. Why were you on radio?
Oh, really?
Listen, on this property, we get one station on the radio, literally. That's why I have satellite radio on my truck.
Oh, now you're going to have a whole radio wave explanation from David Novy in a second. I can tell you that much.
Well, maybe. David Callaghan, I'm really wondering if these BLM fans realize the damage they're actually causing for Black lives. Oh, they do. They don't care. They think they're fighting a war, and they don't care. And until somebody tells the cops to actually stop this shit, it's going to go on. And that's not going to happen. And what's going to end up happening is federal troops are going to need to move in and calm this shit down. And they're not going to stay there a day or two.
Oh, Lord, they had
What?
They had another poster child get shot in Austin. What was it, yesterday? The white dude that's he was engaged to a black quadriplegic. Oh, Lord, this is like the perfect storm for the liberals.
Was. His girlfriend was quadriplegic. Apparently.
Yeah, never mind the fact that he tried to open the door and had a gun on the dude.
Yeah, he was carrying.
That doesn't seem to make any difference.
He was carrying an AR, and the guy shot him and killed him. And now the folks are saying he would never point a gun at anybody, and he brought it for his protection. Yeah, right. Why were they stopping people on a highway? Okay, why are people beating on cars? Why are they burning down police stations and trying to blow them up? Why are they setting fire to police stations with people inside? Why are they doing all this shit? But oh my God, one of them gets hurt or killed. Oh my God, the guy go. They let the guy go. He's out of jail. There's no end game for BLM. They don't know what they want. BLM has taken years of relationship advancement back years. I have to tell you the truth. There was nothing wrong with our relationship. As many of them hated us as we hated them, as many of them liked us as we liked them. There was no, that was the state of affairs. That's always going to be the state of affairs. with any races. It's just that simple. This here is not going to get anything.
Oh, y'all hear about the dumbass that was cleaning his whatever semi-automatic rifle at this whatever organization they call themselves and shoots 3 other people while his loaded gun?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that one?
No, I heard there was a guy that would shot 3 people. Yeah, I got to tell you, if this is their firearm training, their own side better be worried other than us. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, their message was that was a trainee. You think?
Now, is it true that their organization is called NFAC, not fucking around coalition or something?
Yeah,
Yes,
something like
that's
that.
Is that what it's called? Really?
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah. I'm sure that'll go well.
I mean, if you're going to start like some sort of organization and you're going to name it something like that, are you fucking serious? Not fucking around coalition? What the fuck are you? You are fucking around pretty much.
Yeah, they're serious, and that's the problem.
Yeah, Jimmy confirmed it. NFAC, not fucking around coalition. I saw a bald headed guy,
How
not
about
Jerry.
not fucking around with firearms?
Yeah, don't touch shit you don't
Don't
understand.
fuck around with firearms that are loaded and try to clean it.
John
You
Lewis.
shoot your own people in your own stupid ass organization.
John Lewis stood up for justice, except when it came to President Trump. Kevin, we part ways on that one, buddy. Sorry. It was a partisan. They lived amongst the rats and the bullshit while he lived in $1 million house and so on and so forth. He did nothing. He rested on his laurels for 40 or 50 fucking years and did nothing. Fuck him. And I'm glad he's dead.
Oh, come on over here. I won't go that far. I'm glad he's dead, but I will agree with he hasn't done a goddamn thing in 60 years. But yeah.
Let's see. The NFAC's latest demand is that they either own Texas or they're leaving the country. Why do people think that leaving the country when they make a ridiculous demand is going to get anyone to do anything for them? Why? And they never
Except
leave.
Donate for a plane.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I'll quote Curly Bill Brocious from Tombstone and just say, bye.
Yeah. Well, bye.
One
Actually,
way
that
ticket
wasn't
to your paradise.
Tombstone. That was that one with Chuck Norris where he said that. He said that a couple of times, I think, if that was from Tombstone.
No, that was with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell,
Well,
Tombstone.
he also said it in this other Lone Wolf McQuade. He said it in Lone Wolf McQuade. It would start Chuck Norris and I don't even remember the guy's name. He just died not too long ago. Fuck, what was his name? He had a cool name too. David Novy wants to know if you're going to
Powers Booth.
Yeah. David Novy wants to know if you're going to play the plastic drums and sing tonight. Anita says, hope not, David.
Well, of course.
Anita says, hope not, David. David Callaghan says, Matt, play drum solo. Well, I'm sure there'll be a video at some point. Put it out there.
You know what? you guys seem to think these drums are some rinky dink thing, but they aren't. I dialed in. Everybody, look up Richie Blackmore Rainbow, the first album. The drummer's name was Gary Driscoll, and I always liked his sound. He had a real dead snare and everything. I dialed the whole kit in and saved it on a number just for his sound for that album. And this is not a rinky thing. I can take a joke. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Okay, now everybody's quoting.
I mean, I can pick a drum. I can change lower the pitch, higher the raise the pitch, blah blah blah. Pan it left and right, get more separation, reverb, reverse echo, EQ. It does all. It's not some rinky thing. Which I don't know why I'm explaining myself really.
I don't either. Let's see. He's being treated like an ex-president. Actually, what's happening is they're wasting more of our tax dollars, traveling him around the country to more places and more different things than he ever spent in his own fucking district. Maybe getting somebody to clean it the fuck up.
Now to sell them to fucking Barnum and Bailey's.
Yeah. Where's the big national honors funeral for the black Trump supporter shot by BLM supporter? Yeah. You don't get one.
Good question.
Hey, Max is here. He says, yeah, but you can't play for shit. I don't know. Matt is musically inclined. He may be able to play very well. I don't know. Sir, I beg to differ. We have unfinished business. What? Kevin, have you taken your pills today?
No, that was Doc Holliday.
Oh,
that was Doc Holliday from Tombstone.
Oh, I see. He's still quoting that. Matt, I really wish you wouldn't get Kevin going. He's like a wind-up toy. Jason C. Holmes. Hey, everyone. How are you, Jason C. Holmes? Nice to see you. Come by. Thank you.
Well, Kevin, if I thought that we couldn't be friends anymore, I don't think I could bear it.
Oh, boy. I got to watch Tombstone again just so... and he got it wrong. Well, that's all right. That's all right, Eric. Let's see.
Got what wrong?
Apparently the quote, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I just want to go to bed. The actual quote was, on the contrary, sir, that is exactly my business. Oh, thank you, Eric, for being so precise. Jason C. Holmes is doing well. We are doing well as well, other than the fact that I'm about to fall asleep. However, I'm hoping that my...
Well, I don't know what quote he was referring to, but whatever.
I'm hoping that my candy corn pumpkins, for some reason out like 2 or 3 months before fucking Halloween, but I'm thankful for it, will wake me up.
You do not eat candy corn. Do not tell me you eat candy corn.
I most certainly do. We go through this every fucking year.
And don't tell me you eat Peeps as well.
I do not. I do not like Peeps.
Like a peach? I ate a peach last night.
No, the marshmallow fucking things that look like little chicks is a peep, the candy shit.
Peep. Okay, I thought you said a peach. A peach. No, you can't eat that crap. No. It's nasty. But I'll eat candy corn.
There you go, Nick. You and me, brother.
There you go. We can go through a 10-pound bag of candy corn in a day. I like this stuff.
So Kevin Bearden says,
Goddamn hillbillies, I swear.
so Kevin Bearden says, I'm the nicest man you'll ever meet. And Max says, me too, Kevin, I'm a delight.
Afternoon delight.
If I had teeth, I would eat candy corns, and I love Peeps, from Jason C. Holmes. I barely got no teeth left. I got to be honest with you there, Jason. But my wife talked me into it. It took her, I don't know, all of probably 3 to 2 seconds or something. Peeps are cool when you put them in a microwave.
You know what? My dad used to love them, but you know what he would do? He would take them out of the package and let them sit out for like a couple of days till they got fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's the only way he liked them.
Yeah.
Hard as a rock.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't like marshmallow in the first place, but those things are nasty.
Let's see. Where is it? David, I don't know what the hell happened. We just lost a freaking thing. Anyway, Tina Scott apparently is here. You roast Peeps over the barbecue and they'll taste like chicken, from David Novi. Hello, Tina. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Looks like you was out having a good time this weekend. Very happy for you. So, I love Peeps, but I can't eat a whole one. You can't eat a whole one? They're 2 inches long. What the hell's wrong with you? Now, these are actually pumpkin candy corns from Brock.
Well,
they got the little thing on top.
Tina Scott watched a video I put up of Pete Green playing Stumble with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. I told you he was a badass back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Before he started Fleetwood Mac. He's fucking jamming his ass off.
Eric Driver says the Peep swim in a cup of hot cocoa is very good. Please watch this, Jeff Vire.
Well, I mean,
Camp.
A Peep would take up the whole damn cup. What?
Soak up all the cocoa.
Probably the idea. Kevin Bearden hates candy corn. You are one un-American communistic motherfucker there, Kevin. I'll tell you right now. Yes, you are.
Oh, and then they even had brown ones that were like chocolate, you know, between the tips and everything. I mean, the gross stuff they put out, you know.
I don't think.
God damn.
I don't think I ever. I'm not a big fan of marshmallows, to be honest. I like them little hard as a rock ones in the Lucky Charms. I like them, but I'm pretty sure they're not really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that they're real marshmallows. They could be, you know, painted pebbles for all I know, but they taste very good. Pretty much add sugar to that, and anything would taste it. Lucky Charms is great. Not as good as Captain Crunch, but nevertheless.
Now, Captain Crunch, that was my older brother's favorite cereal. I couldn't eat that crap.
Oh, I love
because
that.
it tears up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, it does do that, but that's where the fun comes. Anita wants to know what candy corn is. Candy corn. Well, this is a pumpkin. Okay, it's orange.
Disgusting.
All right, you got your green top there and all. All right, but candy corn looks like a piece of corn, basically. All right.
A kernel of
A
corn.
kernel of corn.
But not
Yes.
a piece of corn.
And it's
A kernel.
orange and
Not like
yellow.
a corn cob.
Yeah. It's orange and yellow. Must be on cross subjects. I thought you was on about people peeps. Oh, that's why he can't eat a whole one, because he likes people, but yeah. I get it, Max. That was like
when he said.
Tina Scott says, yes, Matt. I don't know that band, but they were jamming like big time. Yo. Yeah. I love the original candy corn.
John Mayall's Blues Breakers? Come on, man. He had Pete Green, then Eric Clapton took over, then Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck was in the Blues Breakers. I used to go see Mayall all the time down in San Diego. He had a guy named Coco Montoya. Mick Taylor played with him. Fuck, he had every fucking hotshot guitar player back then playing in the Blues Breakers.
Happy day, man. I love the original candy corn, not the blasphemous pumpkin candy corn that tastes like crap. Really? Tastes exactly the same as the candy corn. I like black cows, can't get them anymore. African American cows now. You know, Soylent Green versus Easter Peeps from Eric Drive. Orange and yellow with a white tip from Stephen Tulliver. You are correct about the white tip. I apologize, people.
That is it.
Tastes like plastic candy corn. Never liked that stuff. Well, Tina, you are another communistic person. I can't help it. And I like slow pokes. Really? Okay. There's a lot of ways I could go with that, Jeff. Representative Getz files criminal charges against Zuckerberg.
Do you see? They're gonna make everybody remember Necco wafers, the little candy disc that were in a paper wrapper.
Yeah.
Well, now they brought them back, but they can't make the chocolate ones anymore because it's racist.
I see.
Oh, God.
Representative Gates files criminal charges against Zuckerberg for lying to Congress. Bet it goes nowhere from Alan McMillan. Yeah. You know the funny thing about him, that guy, is he seems like he's a loose cannon. The thing is, he hasn't been wrong about any of this shit. It's a lot like Trump.
Well, he's jockeying for publicity, obviously.
Well, yeah.
All the shit he does.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. We used to eat wax bottles filled with snow cone juice. Yeah, I remember them. Nothing beats homemade taffy and hard candy. We have an incoming call. How about that?
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay, well,
okay.
Not answering the call where they won't tell me who it is. They sell cereal Lucky Charms here for $6.44 a box. Holy shit. Yeah, it's not that good.
They don't give it away.
What the hell? You ain't gonna answer it?
Not if they don't give their name, no. Guys, when they ask what your name is, you got to give your name. I'm not going to have any freaking crank calls on here. If you do like to call in, it's 352-325-1381. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see it go by. Now they're saying white aspirin are racist.
Or give a preemptive message saying you're a dog.
They used to sell wax pan flute that tasted pretty good.
Yeah. How about How about the candy cigarettes or wax lips or wax mustaches?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That's up there, I tell you.
it was Bearden. I hung up on Bearden.
It was
Oh shit, that is freaking hilarious. Well, I'm calling you back, Bearden. So just
Hello, this is Kevin.
now.
Can't answer the phone right now, but if you leave your name, number, and a message, I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
At the tone, please
I'm sorry, Kevin.
If you leave your name and number, I might give you your lawnmower back.
Okay.
It's me, damn it, Kevin.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, Kevin?
It's me, damn it.
Yeah, I know. How you doing?
I'm doing as cool as a moose on the north side of a Slim Shady iceberg. How are you?
A Slim Shady iceberg. Okay. Doing all right. I don't.
As cool as a moose on the north side of a Slim Shady iceberg.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. I recovered from my knee surgery, and they're going to have another schedule for August. Had mine, my first one on May the once, and I tried to schedule one for August the once, but they said I have to wait till the 14th.
May the once. Okay. They must love it when you call.
It was May the once when I had surgery.
Okay. All right.
So I recovered fairly well.
So, well, that's good.
So what's going on?
Nothing. Why were you on the radio?
Oh, Jeff Adams called me last night, and he wanted to call in for about 10 minutes and do the thing out of Orlando. And I said, yeah, I'll call in. And I called in as Bubba Bo, and they talked about how many Bubbas they had. And I said, well, hell, just call me Larry the electrician. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
I thought
Bubba, I mean, that's something.
I ain't seen him on Facebook in a long time.
Man, he's working 2 jobs. He's getting famous.
Oh, is he?
He's becoming more famouser than me.
More famouser than you. Okay.
Yeah. I met him in Nashville. He's a really, really talented guy. But he stood in awe at me at my charisma and pheromones.
Nick Young says he needs to get his redneck translator cranked up.
Translator?
Yeah. Kevin's sounding like Boomhauer on King of the Hill from Eric Driver. You don't sound like Boomhauer. Sounds more like Dale.
Okay, let me talk what I'm from. If you hear me, I'm one of your English listeners.
Oh boy.
Would you like to have a spot?
Listen, guys, don't get
Would you
him
like to have
started.
some songs?
Yeah, don't get him started. Don't do it.
No, they've already got it. I bet it's this one.
You are breaking up, man. Everywhere. What do you want, a cell phone?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think you just blew out of my. Yeah, I think you just blew out my eyeball. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
No, one thing I was going to say is that, all kidding aside, with this CV-19 going around,
Yeah.
now I think I'm going to have like my fourth test or something. And my brother-in-law, he's had it for about 6 weeks, one of my brother-in-laws. And his blood pressure today got down to 60/40, and they rushed him to the emergency room.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And he's a big, strong, healthy guy. Yeah. Well, you talked to his wife, Ballard. You remember that time you guys talked?
Oh, that was his
Big,
wife?
active, healthy guy, and he just...
Yeah. What's her last name?
Hand, Hand.
Okay, I think I do
Good
remember
hand,
that.
Valerie Hand.
Yeah.
She's my sister. But that man, I told them a week ago, I said, the man's been to the emergency room 7 times. 7 times they send him home. I said, the man is sick. You guys have got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
And they just stand there with the fingers up their ass.
Well, I think they want the money for diagnosing the Kung flu, but they don't want to actually take care of people and cure them is the problem.
Well, he's over there tonight. They're trying to stabilize him. But I'm talking about a man healthy as a horse.
Yeah.
And he came over here and visited with me, and he walked his dog every day. He's always out in his garden. He's mowing his yard constantly. The man is always busy. He came over here 1 day, 2 days. As a matter of fact, he stopped at my house, had to have some water. And I said, man, what's wrong with you? I said, are you getting CV-19? He said, I don't know. And then next thing I knew, he was at the hospital, and they tested him, and he had it. And I want to tell y'all something right now. That's some wicked stuff.
If it's untreated, of course it is. So is the flu.
Well, they don't know really what they can do because, he was breathing. They couldn't put him on the ventilator. They give him whatever kind of medicines they can give him, the zinc, the Mobic, or whatever it is. And, it's just a pitiful sight what's going on. And I tell you what, I'd like to kick the Chinese communists right square in the ass.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we're ever going to get even for that, but I don't know if we're going to get even for any of this shit. But,
how many people died? How many Americans?
Over 150,000. And nobody.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And it's not an easy death either.
Well, that's because
But anyway, other than that,
a lot of them, they were treating it wrong.
Excuse me?
A lot of these people, they were treating wrong. Some of them wouldn't be allowed to take the hydroxychloroquine or whatever the hell it is.
Well, I believe that's where they made the mistake is that President Trump came out for it, and then everybody else was against it.
Yep. And every single study that these doctors do from here to England, France, places like that, every one of their patients just about recovers. A lot of these hospitals were just putting people on ventilators, blowing out their lungs. Crazy shit. Well,
and I'll make this last point. because I know you want to get on to some other subjects, but I will make this, and I've heard it before, and I don't know if you guys have heard it, but I've talked to my orthopedic surgeon, and the people there in his office. Have you guys heard anything about O negative and O positive being blood type being resistant to it?
No, I've heard that. I forget which one it was.
I have. I've heard that. Yes.
Matt's heard that. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I've heard it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm O positive.
Well, the reason I'm saying
seems to be
something,
O positive and some other type is
Well,
more
positive.
resistant to it or something.
O negative, O positive. As a matter of fact, there's been about 5 or 6 people in my brother-in-law's family who have had the CV19. They've all had it, and each and every one of them, O negative blood, recovered. Didn't even hardly know they had it.
Huh. Okay. Jimmy
There's
Collins.
something to that.
Yeah, I guess so. I never heard that. I heard there was one that was more susceptible to it. I can't remember which one. It wasn't mine. I remember that. But I'm A positive. So Jimmy Collins says he's O negative. Nick Young says, amen, Kevin. Anything Trump is for, they're against. Yeah, and I believe that killed a lot of people. And not to mention all the other Democratic morons who put these people in nursing homes to kill off the old.
Cuomo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of them were
The whole
doing it.
thing is terrible.
And blames Trump.
Yeah, it wasn't just Cuomo though. It was other ones.
But you know what really fooled me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead, Kevin. It's fine.
Well, what I was going to say is I really and truly thought, I felt in my heart that this sunlight and summer and heat would kill the virus off. I really thought that's what would happen. And it didn't do it.
I don't think it did
It
either.
hasn't yet.
Yeah, because there's still people catching it. And here's the problem with it. We don't know enough about it. There was no way to know how to treat it. And then when somebody said this worked, Trump said it worked, he took it. Naturally, half the governors banned it in the state. If you tried to get a prescription for it, the doctor would get, and the pharmacist would get, their license taken away. And they just want to work on this cure vaccine or cure pill to sell at a much higher price than they would as something that's 50, 60 years old that they've been using. So,
Exactly. They've been using it since the 1950s.
yeah, it was used for.
But also the thing about it, if President Trump had said, "I don't believe in those studies about hydrochloroquine," they would have used it.
I do.
You know how things are.
I do. I just and the only one.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to tell you guys. What's that?
The only states that banned it were democratically run states. It has worked in many places. Why not here?
Yeah, I also heard that zinc works.
Well, you got to take it with it, and
I heard
Z-Pack.
something about zinc.
Yeah, you got to take the hydroxychloroquine, whatever it is. You got to take it with zinc, and I believe antibiotics also. The Z-Pack they call it. But watch the video sharing this.
So one thing I do like.
There's a video on Jeff Fire just shared a video about it. I'm sure he'll. I can't watch it, Jeff. I can't click on it. Unfortunately, I'm not on Facebook. I'm on a streaming service. So anybody else who wants to watch it, watch that. Over half.
Well, I mean, who knows what else they're working on in some of these countries?
I'm more worried about what else.
What type of virus?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm more worried about what China's going to release next, because I don't believe it was an accident.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. But it won't come through China. It'll come through some other way. People who can travel to the United States.
So yeah, don't let one of these
Because
Iran or Iraq get some fucking follow suit here.
Yep. One way or another, these countries are trying to bring down the United States. And think about how it all was.
well, hell, the Democrats are doing it.
Yeah, but
The Democrats are bringing down the United States.
Yeah, I know. But
listen, I want to tell y'all, I really appreciate what you're doing. I love cutting up with you guys, and I'll take your shit all day long and half the night.
Oh, we'll take yours.
Matt, he's weird. Matt's in California. He's weird. That other guy acts like he's got some good sense.
Oh, he's
and you just you're gator goat. Here, your gator goat. What else can I say?
Yeah. He's actually, his name is Nick, not the other guy, and he is from Louisiana. He's a Cajun, more or less. Eats the.
Oh, Louisiana. Well, I like him.
Yeah. See, there you go. Good Southern boy.
Well, Kevin, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm not a California native.
Matt just said he's not a California native. He is actually from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is like hillbilly.
Well, why the hell that's even worse? Why the hell did he move out there?
Well, he has a wife, and she said we're going, so he went. And then she said we're staying, and so he stayed. That's how it works.
No, the military dumped me out. The military dumped me out here. Military dumped me out here.
Been given enough money to get back.
Well, the thing about it is, why? I mean, can't you do your part to keep California from being so damn liberal and stupid?
He does. Where he lives, they're very conservative. The problem is,
hey, Matt, do you live in a red town?
Yeah, he does. He lives right outside.
Republican town.
He lives right outside of Camp Pendleton, which is a huge Marine Corps base over there.
Jarhead Central, Oceanside, California.
So,
yeah, well, that's pretty good. I mean, if you're military, are close to military. I mean, you got to be a Republican.
Well, the problem isn't.
But I do appreciate. Go ahead.
The problem with California is there's a lot of people out there who just feel the same way we all of us do. It's just that the cities like LA got 20 zillion people in it, and they all want Democrats for the free shit. San Francisco. It's just California is an easy target because of their politicians coming up with stupid laws and rules.
Well, something we need to think about too. People moving south, like to Texas, Arizona, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, even parts of Mississippi, Georgia, are they bringing their liberal values with them?
No, that's true. A lot of people moving to Texas too. What's his name? Joe Rogan and Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
They're moving to Texas. And a lot of people are moving to Texas. And that's a great question. Are they going to bring the same liberal bullshit with them?
You lived in New York, didn't you?
No. I've lived in Florida, New Jersey, South Carolina, not really as in boot camp, South Carolina, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Texas, and Nevada.
I think I'd rather be in Florida.
Yeah, I keep coming back. So last time I got back, I said, "The hell with it, I'm staying." So
Well, New Jersey is just watered down New York.
not even if you go with all the liberal bullshit they're doing, they're pretty close actually. A lot of people in New Jersey are pissed off.
Well, from what I understand, upstate New York is totally different from New York City.
Oh, it is. It is. It's more conservative, but even them, they put moderate Republicans in there that side with the Democrats half the damn time. So it's like Colorado liberal shitheads moving.
Oh yeah, Kevin. You go down to South Pennsylvania, where my hillbilly roots are. I had Uncle Lee and an Uncle Pierce, and they wouldn't take no shit.
Yep, that's fact.
Yeah, I'm looking at these houses. I'm looking at these houses they're building in Gardendale that they're selling for $275, $350, $400,000, and you can reach out and touch somebody's neighbor from your window.
Yep.
I mean, touch your neighbor's window.
Yep. Zero lot
and
lines.
I'm like, these people crazy.
Yep. Zero lot lines. Always subdivision.
But listen, I want to tell y'all, I appreciate what you do. I really like you guys.
Thank you,
and I think you're doing a good service. Bat gets out in left field with Sasquatch and aliens and stuff, but the guy from Louisiana has to be nice.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he is. Nick. His name is Nick.
Yeah, he has to be okay. I might hang out with him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to it.
Nick. Yeah, he's probably. They love me down there.
Okay. All right. They probably
said. DJ Special Ed Mark Ryan.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Take care of yourself,
from
Kevin.
Alabama.
Yeah, take care of yourself, Kevin. Thank you for calling, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
Right. Yeah, we screw with Kevin a lot. We do. But Kevin is actually, he's a really good guy. He really is. Highly intelligent. Talks funny, but whatever. Jeff Fire says we have liberal shitheads in Kansas and the shithead Democratic governor that is trying to put us back in phase 2 of fucking lockdown. Yep. Florida has a crap load of liberals. Most of them are in South Florida, from West Palm Beach on down. Then up in North Florida, you got Tallahassee and you got Jacksonville, 2 other cities. In Central Florida, where I live, which is about north central Florida, I guess, there's Gainesville. You got, but Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, the city of West Palm, a lot of liberals. Florida is an exceedingly big state. Not so much sideways, but up and down. It'd take you 6 to 8 hours from Miami to get out of Florida, driving. But we have a decent governor now. But the problem is our state legislature, slowly but surely, the Democratic Socialists are taking it. A couple of seats here, a couple of seats there. And you watch in this next election up in the federal level, it's going to be the same thing in the House. There's going to be 1 or 2 more elected. They will take seats from the nobodies, probably. For most of the primaries, it's too late to vote out the incumbents. It's too late to vote out the rhinos and all that. You got no choice. If you're going to vote Republican, you got to vote for whoever's on the ticket. I got to vote for Marco Rubio, and I hate Marco Rubio. I think Marco Rubio would sell us down the river for 5 cents.
Did you see the dude that won in the Jamal Islam guy that won a seat in AOC's with AOC's backing, knocked out a Democrat that never used to have any opposition, been in the fucking Senate or wherever the fuck he is for 39 years.
Yep.
Never faced an
opponent. Yeah.
And this dude, this radical fucker beat him with AOC's backing.
Oh, he was a piece of shit too, that guy. What the hell was his freaking name? Yeah, he was in. Yeah, it was like in
Angle.
Yeah, he was a horrible person, horrible politician. But I mean, what do you get when you get a Democratic Socialist? It's going to be worse. This is the problem, folks.
Well, yeah, you get Jamal Islam now. I mean, that's his name or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you see the Republican senators today speak about the stimulus package? No, I didn't, Ellen, but I heard they were up there screaming. I'm pretty sure that the Senate is not going to pass the Democratic one, which is $3 trillion. And I am absolutely positive that the House will not pass the Republican one from the Senate. Nancy Pelosi, somebody asked her today if she would put up a continuance for unemployment benefits for people who aren't back to work. And she had a temper tantrum and said no, apparently 11 times, and then asked the guy if he knew what no meant. So I don't know if that proves anything to anybody about the Democrats, but it should. And what's going to happen is people are going to start getting pissed at the Democrats, and Nancy's going to get up there and say, well, we've had a bill up on Mitch McConnell's desk for blah, 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 to take care of everyone and everything. And he won't let them vote on it. That's because they have mail-in voting in it. They want to bail out the post office. They want to do all kinds of neat shit. Kevin says, I do believe we have an...
Jesus, did you see the fucking demands of the some teachers association in California?
Oh,
that they won't open the schools unless they do this, and this.
Yeah.
I mean, all kinds of bullshit that has nothing to do with fucking school.
Yep.
I mean, it's insanity.
It is complete and total insanity. And I have good news for everyone. It's going to get better because the insanity that is. And not better in a good way. It's going to get worse. Horribly worse. Every day we wake up, every goddamn day, and we see shit. I told you months ago there were going to be people getting killed. They're being killed. Okay? They're being killed. And the blame, where's the blame going? The blame is going on Trump and the Republicans. Now, I am no big defender of the Republicans. I think they are gutless fucks. But I have to tell you, okay, they're not the Republican cities are not the fucking problem. They're not. Democratic cities are. Democratic states are.
I mean, this teachers union in LA or whatever is they won't go back to school. I mean, all right,
yeah.
Well, fire all of them.
Yep.
Fucking fire all of them.
Uh-huh.
They demand to defund the police, give illegal immigrants fucking all kinds of shit, blah blah blah, this, that, the other. What the fuck does that have to do with being a teacher?
Has nothing to do with being a teacher. Nothing. They want you to believe teachers care
That's
about
like the
your
Seattle,
kids.
Washington City Council make some kind of mandate that the cops are not to use less lethal weapons against all these knuckleheads. And then the police chief, who is a woman, and I think it's a black woman, comes out and says, "Look, people, I'm sorry, but my hands are tied here. You're on your own." That is ridiculous.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
what they don't want
is
for people to take it into their own hands.
Right.
Because that's when shit's going to hit the fan.
Well, they're starting militas. That's the problem. And people are, the Seattle police chief, she sent a letter to businesses saying we can't respond if they're trying to break in.
Yeah.
That's good to know. And so when some guy breaks into a store or a woman and they're running in to grab some whatever, some fucking candy corn or something, and they are shotgunned, what's going to happen then? Then the cops will show up?
Nope. Can't do it. Well, maybe if they were keeping it, well, I guess it all depends on the situation, You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Kevin says you don't trust mail-in voting. Kevin says he doesn't trust mail-in voting. If you trust mail-in voting at this particular juncture in our history, you're a damn fool. See, it would be different if we all sent our votes to the exact same place and they were highly guarded and all the rest of that, but we don't. We send them to individual county people that are, like here it's called election supervisor, and they're in charge of, counting this vote and counting that vote. Now, Deborah Cole was on here the other night. The guy that she wanted to win, I believe, was ahead by 1,000 votes. By the time he woke up in the morning, he was behind by 7 and lost the election. That's because they either, and I hate this, but air quotes, lose the fucking ballots in some warehouse or in the backseat of somebody's car or something. Okay? I mean, there's way too many things happening. In the 2016 election, there were actually people that would volunteer to follow the vans or vehicles that would pick up the ballots and take them to wherever they took them. Okay, all over the place, all over the world. Really.
Like I said, if you're gonna have mail-in votes, you gotta have like a Brinks truck or something. Go to the post office and collect the fuckers and take them to wherever they're supposed to go. You can't leave it up to the fucking political parties to take the shit to where it's supposed to show up.
No, especially if it's a Republican area. And, election supervisor, much like a judge, is not supposed to have any political affiliations. It's an elected position, and their job is basically to count the votes, make sure that the voting goes as smoothly as possible, and they're all set up for it, and then they're supposed to count the votes. Not them personally, but they're supposed to supervise that shit. If you don't know what their political leanings
but who's supervising the supervisor?
Exactly.
At that point.
Also, the supervisor
that's
of
the shit that's happening.
And Kevin mentions Broward County. Broward County in Florida, which is a huge county, huge. The supervisor of elections was actually removed by the governor because she was so corrupt. And she had been supervisor of election for years. There's corruption everywhere already. Has been for years. People just haven't thought about it until Trump came on the scene. The difference between
and
now...
he mentioned it, and they said, "Oh no, that's not real. That's bullshit."
Yeah.
Well, he's proving it.
Yep.
And now people are getting indicted over the shit. And they're saying, "Oh, it's just bullshit. It doesn't happen." Okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing Alan says here. The mail-in ballots will be valid way past Election Day, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
California, you
yeah,
got 17 days after
yeah,
the election day to turn in their ballots, mail-in ballots.
yeah.
So ballot harvesting, fudging, you name it. They passed
Lost,
that shit in California.
lost, and then burned in somebody's fire pit. Shredded. You know,
Altered.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Not to mention illegals, not to mention people voting more than once, not to mention dead people voting, not to mention apparently a dead cat got a ballot. A dead cat, people. She was corrupt for many years,
Hey,
Kevin.
dead people got the $1,200 check in the last stimulus. Dead people,
Yeah.
like to the tune of over $1 billion or something. Dead people.
Yeah.
So people say, well,
Whatever happened?
They said, don't fuck
remember
with it,
the
just take it.
the scam in all the states from Nigeria stealing all the fucking stimulus? We haven't heard a goddamn word about that. That was like $500 million.
Yep. It was a big scam.
Yeah.
Yep.
That,
And
like
you know what?
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid scams going on around here. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. And this is the problem. This is the problem with government handouts. There are people who need them, who kind of hate the system but go with it. And there are people who love the system and cheat it as much as humanly possible. I'll tell you one thing that the illegals do, not cheat the system, is not only do they collect all the welfare they can get, they also work. It's one of the only major groups in this country where a wife can actually stay home and raise the children, do the laundry, and keep the house up, or whatever they do, are illegal aliens. Because they're already getting money from the government. They already have free health care, free schooling, free all that bullshit. They don't have to pay any of that. And they got a husband who works construction or something somewhere. And many of these construction jobs pay cash. So they're not even paying taxes at all. And they have to pay cash because most of these guys that are illegal aliens do not have IDs. If you don't have an ID, it has to be off the books. Meanwhile, you got Matt, his wife. Matt worked his whole life. His wife is still working. Okay. Uh, you know, they don't have the luxury of staying home. Or they do. I guess he does now, but he didn't. Many people out there don't have the luxury of having mom stay home, you know, or dad or whatever, and one parent works and supports the whole family. Illegal aliens can.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know what we would have done if my kids weren't old enough to, be here by themselves while we were both still working since the schools are closed down. You know, you got to look at all the people that have kids that are not old enough to stay alone. That somebody's got to stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
You're cutting their fucking incomes in half by closing the schools and all that shit.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because let's face it,
That
daycare.
was what my parents went through when I was a kid. We were broke as fuck. Believe me. We were broke as fuck. My dad was a cross-country truck driver, hauling liquefied petroleum, some dangerous shit. He even went through, I don't know, I'm sure you guys remember when they had those trucker uh, protests and they were dropping sandbags off of overpasses and shit, killing motherfuckers. My dad was going through that shit. Well, my mom had to stay home with me and my brothers. She couldn't work. So we were hoping dad doesn't get his ass killed just doing his job.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yep. You know, it's a sad world we live in. I mean, even the Social Security benefits and all that stuff, there's a whole cottage industry of lawyers out there that will be happy to take your money to do what you could do yourself. Simple as that.
Oh yeah.
These lawyers do nothing for you that you can't do for yourself. They cannot call up and demand anything. They're not going to sue for anything. Their big thing is if you have to have some sort of mediation at the end, that they'll be there. And they're not going to fight.
Yeah, they can sign off on a document.
It's
That's
just
about all. That's all you need them for. All you could probably need is a notary public to sign off on a document.
Well, it's like having a public defender. You know, you're going to get the minimal amount of fucking due diligence, and
yeah,
you're going to plead to something.
yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah, one big thing I've been thinking about with all this unemployment, you know, they added $600 to the unemployment benefits. Okay, fine and great. You know, that actually helped me. But, well, it helped me, but I would have rather not to have it. But here's the deal. People are refusing to go back to work because they're making more money to be unemployed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you actually read the unemployment rules, if you are offered to go back to work and you refuse, you are refused unemployment. So how in the shit are these people still getting that same damn money?
Oh, you ought to hear it. The Democrats.
My ass would have been broke at that point.
The Democrats now want to give everybody $2,000, okay, for 6 months, right, a month, and then give them $1,000 a month after. Okay, in this new bill they got. I'm not going to lie to you. I would take the money in New York second, but it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong.
Yeah.
And what
Why do I work for it and I paid it?
What
those that didn't are going to still get it.
Yep.
That's
And
my problem.
they're also fighting to get other people, illegal aliens, this money and everything else. This is why it's $3 trillion. And that one part doesn't include all the other bullshit that they want to pay for it so that they win this election. And all the corporate hangouts that are handouts that the goddamn Democrats are giving out there, and then turn around and scream about the Republicans and Trump giving millionaires money. It's like, are you fucking insane? Here's the difference between the corruption 20 years ago and the corruption right now. It is so in your face that if you don't actually fucking see it, you're stupid.
Oh, yeah. They don't even try to hide it anymore.
Nope.
They don't fucking try to hide shit anymore.
Nope. All the stimulus bills have shady shit in them, Stephen. Even the ones Republicans put out. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the only people who should be getting any fucking money are the American people. Okay? There shouldn't be corporations that don't have backup plans for shit like this. It shouldn't be anybody. It certainly shouldn't be the fucking Kennedy Center, which I give a shit about. Take all that money. They want $1 trillion. Split it up amongst all the Americans and give them that. Because you know what's going to happen? Americans are going to go out and buy cars. They're going to buy shit. That's what they're going to do. That's what the fuck they're going to do.
Why don't the fucking Kennedys fund the Kennedy Center? They got plenty of fucking grads.
You say?
Yeah.
Why don't the Obamas fund the Obama library?
Yep. Good one. Yep. Same thing, though. Same thing. Exact same thing. Nope. taxpayer dollars and private donations and corporate donations, and anybody wants to get their name on a fucking plaque. Okay. The American people, in my opinion,
That's like the kid who the fuck owns Grand Central Station in New York City. I'm not sure if it was Rockefellers or whatever. And his grandfather is walking him through Grand Central Station. And he goes, "Wow, this is fucking amazing." And he goes, "We own this."
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah. In my opinion, the American people run the economy. They are in every facet of the economy. They manufacture the stuff, they sell the stuff, they stock the shelves with stuff, and they buy the stuff. The government is supposed to be regulating things to make it easier for people to buy shit, sell shit, and all that kind of stuff, so that, it runs smoothly. Instead, what they've done is they sold us out to China, to where anywhere you go, everything is made in China, Taiwan, or one of these places like that, mostly China. Okay? So the American people run the economy. If the American people don't like a product, they are not going to buy it. It's that simple. It is literally that fucking simple. It's called the free market. If you have an idea and you build something, or you make some, whatever, it's called capitalism. You put it on the market. People buy it. You become well off because of your hard work. Everybody always talking about the fucking workers all the time. Well, you know what? The guy who came up with the idea, funded the idea, has to pay the bank loans, has to pay all the freaking bills, has to make sure this order gets out and that order gets out, has to make sure it's manufactured correctly, has to fix machines and get shit done and all those other stuff. Okay? You know what? He deserves to be rich because he did the work.
Oh, yeah.
Not some fucking guy sweeping the floor. He should get $15, $20 a fucking hour because I am somebody. I am a worker. Fuck you. You sweep floors. You want to be something better? Learn a skill. Pay attention to what somebody on the line is doing. Maybe you'll get that job when he quits. That will give you $20 an hour. Nobody at McDonald's deserves.
Capitalism is bad. Capitalism is bad because you have to try. You have to try to get ahead, which nobody wants to do anymore. You got to work to be rich, which is like the foreign concept or something, I guess.
Well, no, they want income equality.
Yeah.
So everybody makes $7 an hour instead of what they actually earned to make over their lifetime. That's what income equality will get you. Socialism will get you. Yeah. The government will say, "This is what you're going to make. Fuck you." If you want to combat me, I mean, good luck to you.
Well,
not going to have a job.
You take Cuba. They send doctors overseas. This is their big thing that they tout on all the time. Okay. They don't really pay them. They work unbelievable hours. Kenya is one place they send them, yet there's thousands of Kenyan doctors out of work. But Cuba gets paid quite a bit of money to have Cuban doctors come over. Why the fuck do you think that everybody wants America to send help? Because we blow money like it's out of like there's no end. The problem is all the money we're blowing now with shit like week-long fucking visitations to a freaking political hack. How many millions of dollars did this fucking cost? To appease some people? Because God forbid the guy dies and you just put him in the fucking ground. God forbid. We're borrowing all this freaking money we're spending.
Or simply printing it and devaluing
Yeah.
the rest of our money.
Yep. That's actually an excellent point. I think somebody brought that up a couple of weeks ago also. Either way, I have got to fix that.
The whole, they're fighting for the national minimum wage of $15. All right, so your minimum wage you raised to $15. That means you got to bump everybody the fuck up that's making more than $15 equally, and then you're just raising your prices. You're inflating your product, which is going to cost more. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but if you double the minimum wage, does it raise everybody else who makes more than that? Does it raise their wages?
Yeah, it does, but then they just have to jack up the prices to compensate. You're just inflating everything. It doesn't. I mean, I'm sorry. If the only thing you can do is get a minimum wage job, maybe you should make. I think it's like $7.25, or no, I think it's higher than that in California, but
it's like $7.
No, maybe that should be an incentive for you to like break the ceiling and better yourself, not like just rub salve on your ass and give you $15 an hour because you can't do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get the hell out of McDonald's. Get a damn education and get a real job.
Yeah, Steven says
what needs to happen.
My welders are hired at $21.60 an hour, then $24.80 after a 90-day probationary period. My highest welders are making over $39.70 an hour. Learn a trade, earn money. Yeah. And if you go to work, say you're the grunt on an electrical company or something, electricity, you crawl under the houses and do all the dirty work. Pay attention to what the electrician's doing. Make yourself more valuable. Okay. Same thing with plumbers. You can, a lot of this shit, if you just took the damn time, you could learn on the fucking internet to make yourself more valuable.
So yeah, it's the same thing with construction. If you get on a construction crew, your first job is going to be cleaning debris out and throwing shit away.
Yep.
Then maybe some carpenter will teach you how to start framing shit. And then, if he needs an apprentice, you get the job. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. Nowadays, they want to walk in.
Show an incentive.
All they want to do
is an incentive.
They want
to work your ass off.
Yeah, they want to hold.
You'll make more money.
They want
That's the way it works.
Yeah, they want to hold the fucking broom, or they want to stand over the greasy fries, and they think they deserve $15 an hour because it's a living wage. Which, by the way, $15 an hour, maybe on your own.
It's not.
Somewhere out in the suburbs, possibly, or in the middle of the country, where there's nobody who really lives or something. Okay, maybe that's a living wage for a single person. Any more than that, $15, and you're going to starve to death in the cities. I was reading yesterday.
You better not have a family.
Median rent in like San Francisco is $3,600, over $3,600 a month. So $15 an hour ain't going to get you a shithole in San Francisco.
No, never mind. You got to, if you got a car note, insurance,
Yep.
buying fucking groceries.
Yep.
You can't afford it. You can't live there.
Yep.
Yeah, $15 an hour will still get you a tent on the street. That's what it's going to get you.
Yep. And not a good tent, because good tents cost money. Let's see, my 18-year-old grandson went to HVAC school, was only $22 an hour, and moved into his own apartment last week. Exactly. Listen, I'm going to tell you from personal experience, if I didn't have a
Good
job,
work, Stephen.
or if I didn't like the job, or what, I made my own. That's how I ended up detailing cars. I got tired of work for other people, and I got tired of them getting most of the money, and I was getting, $6, $7, $8 an hour back then. Okay. And things were less expensive back then, 30, 40 years ago, obviously. Okay. I mean,
well, I can tell you how that's escalated in California. I got divorced in 1993, so I got myself an apartment. My rent was $535. Nice place, fairly large. I mean, it was good for a single dude. I lived there 6 years. It went from $535 to $1,200 in 6 fucking years.
Yep. $15 an hour causes lost jobs, price increase, etc. Yeah, they've already got. I mean, look at Walmart and Lowe's and Home Depot and places like that are already ahead of the curve with self-checkout. Okay. Grocery stores will go to. You got some places like fast food joints that you order through a computer thing. Okay. I mean, I went to Olive Garden the other day. They don't even have a cashier anymore because you pay at the fucking table. And they got this little thing, you turn it and you put it's like an ATM thing, takes up room on the fucking table. It's in the goddamn way, but that's how they do it. Okay. Everybody's getting ready for this shit. Okay. I started at $2.10 an hour when I was 13 and have my check to my parents because they needed it to feed and clothe my ass. I can remember when it was $2.50, I think. Something. I remember when.
Well, I started working in 1972. Minimum wage was $1.25.
Right. By the time I went to the Marine Corps,
I was born in '69, so you figure out the math.
Yeah.
But that's when I volunteered to go to work as a dishwasher in a restaurant.
Right. Yeah.
$2.10 an hour.
I remember before I went in the Marine Corps, I was making $3.65 an hour. I was 18. And I would bring home.
And you were on top of the world, too. I thought you were fucking rich, didn't you?
I brought home $98.98 every week. That was my paycheck. I could fill up my car for $10. I had to put, I think my insurance was maybe $25 a month. Stephen Tolliver says...
And you were broke on the 14th and the 29th every month, too.
No, I mean, we got paid weekly back then, so I was usually broke by Thursday. There's no doubt of that. But the first...
Weekly. Very weekly.
Yeah.
You got paid.
Yeah.
That's the trick word, weekly.
Weekly, yeah. When I went in the Marine Corps, that became more difficult because they
No,
paid
the
me
Eagles
15
shit
for
on the
30.
1st and the 15th. I think it was.
Oh, in the Marine Corps, yeah. Oh no, crap! I was broke 4 days after payday. I don't know how I drank so fucking much in the Marine Corps. I never had any money. Nicky Young, minimum wage was 85 cents an hour when he entered the job. When Stephen entered the job force, 85 cents an hour. And I understand why they had minimum wage. I get why they have it now. These people be paying them $5 an hour now if they could. Okay, it's just that simple. I don't have a problem with minimum wage, but minimum wage should be for kids and old people. You know, kids who are getting into the workforce and old people that want to go bag groceries or be a Walmart greeter or something because they're bored or they need the money or whatever. Okay? It's not supposed to be working at McDonald's is never supposed to be a fucking career unless you're going to be the manager one day. Okay? Working at the fucking 7-Eleven is not supposed to be a damn career. Eric Jarvis says his first job, I got paid 50 cents an hour. Yeah. Fuck. I lost a tooth.
I gotta tell you though, I'm glad I'm not a kid coming up nowadays because it's a lot more fucked up. Yep. As far as that goes.
It is.
Jobs and shit. I mean, you know, and they keep touting this. You gotta go to college. You gotta, and they're totally, you know, trade school shit is for, you know, losers and blah blah blah. College degree is like toilet fucking paper now. It don't mean a goddamn thing.
Pretty much wipe your ass with it and you're done. I have a college degree. And it didn't mean shit.
Well, they don't teach collegey shit anymore. You know? And it's been going on for a long time.
Well, they keep dumbing down all this shit. I mean, in goddamn colleges, like, no, it's not prestigious. I mean, fuck, back in the day, you go to Princeton or Rutgers or Harvard or Yale, you pretty much write your own fucking ticket. But now they're just printing fucking diplomas like there's no fucking end.
Yeah. I mean, now my college degree was back in the, you know, when I got my first one, it was, you know, early 90s. But after the fact, you go and get an actual real job, and they don't care about a degree. What kind of experience do you have in this job? Well, fuck, I'm trying to get some. So that's the challenge.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get started in it. It's what you like, what you want to do. And then they're like, well, you know, you don't have any experience in this. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to get it?
Oh, yeah, and then I saw another guy going, oh, yeah, they all expect to start, you know, at, like, top dollar. But, you know, if you go to some place and go, hey, give me a try for a couple of weeks, you know, get me a little experience. I mean, don't even pay me. Just see what I can do, you know, and then, you know, let's talk about it. They're not even willing to do shit like that anymore, you know?
No, just be an apprentice, you know, something, just to show your worth. And they don't care.
Well,
or your fucking willingness to fucking work. Fuck, you know?
Good night, Deborah. Well, you know, back in the day, you know, even early in this century, if you went to college, you would come out of there smarter than you were when you went in. And then somewhere along the line, it became more, you know, they would teach you things about whatever your life's work was supposed to be about, but they didn't teach you anything real. back in the 1800s, you were lucky enough that parents that had money, they would send you to a university and you came out a mathematical genius, or you came out an architectural genius, or you came out, if you put any kind of effort in, you came out and people looked up to you because you went to college and you were able to create something. Nowadays, they're giving out, basket weaving degrees and social justice degrees and liberal arts degrees, and for what? I mean, these kids are, we call them stupid, but they're really not. These kids have not been taught jack fucking shit in schools about anything. Anything. And, some of these kids, I'm going to college. Really? Why don't you go to a tech school and learn something? Tech school? Work with my hands? I mean, you know how much a goddamn, a plumber or electrician or a good carpenter or a good mechanic can make? Jesus.
Oh, then you even go back to the whole thing where they now in schools they're giving people grades is racist or demeaning. It's like, what are you fucking talking about?
These kids,
grading systems are, fucking A.
These kids are more worried about what some building is called. Now they want Robert E. Lee's name off of West Point. Robert E. Lee was the first, I don't know, I guess like president of West Point or some shit or another. They're more worried about some guy.
I believe he graduated first in his class or something. Actually, he
became the president, whatever the chancellor, whatever they call him at West Point too after the war. But you're worried about some guy from the 1860s instead of worrying about what's going on right now. Because I have to tell you, Robert E. Lee's been dead for a while. And
that's because all that trauma of the past has been passed down in their DNA.
And you know what? I listened to a interview the other day, and I posted it, from a Civil War veteran. Now, this interview came back like in the 20s or something. He was pretty old. I think he was like 94 at the time. He was a Confederate soldier. And the language he used, like he called them darkies or whatever, but he said he grew up with them. They played together. They had no problem with each other. None of that. I don't think it was near as bad as these people today want to make it out to be. I watched that Django Unchained. It pissed me the fuck off. They made that look as horrible as humanly possible, and it wasn't near that way as it was. Really was. George Washington, you gonna worry about him and what he did? Are you kidding me? You're learning nothing in high school. You're learning nothing in college. And now you want to get out and make your own hours and earn $75,000, $100,000 a year. And then when some of these morons get that dream job that they work oh so hard for, they open their big fucking mouth and get fired, which technically I enjoy, so I hope they don't stop. But nevertheless, a girl the other day, she crying her fucking eyes out because she lost some job because she opened her mouth, said something social justice-y. I think it was something to the effect, if I hear one more time white people say, all lives matter, I am going to slit their throat. And as they leave later.
Oh yeah, and she was some sort of Asian or something too, or something. Yeah. Which I don't know, whatever that means.
Says while they lay on the ground bleeding out, I'm going to show them my paper cut and say my paper cut matters too. And she didn't get the job she wanted. She was supposed to have the job, but they They sent her a nice letter saying "fuck you, bitch," or an email or something. You're gonna be
Well,
fucking
I also
stupid.
saw another guy said even people that had slaves, they wanted them to work for them. Never mind the fact that they were property, but they had no benefit to mistreat them because
Yeah.
obviously if you did that much, they wouldn't fucking work very much for you. Yeah, they have. It's you can't deny the wrong of it, but
No. No.
you know what I mean.
No, I know.
The horror stories. They didn't want to mistreat them because they were their workforce, basically.
You know, taking somebody's freedom away. It's like I've been saying. You know, slavery's bad. I wouldn't want to be a slave, and I wouldn't like to own one. To be honest. However, you got to tell the good and the bad. Now, the good, I don't know what good was really in slavery. I think most of them got treated pretty well, but they didn't have their freedom to do what they wanted. They couldn't go anywhere without a pass or anything like that. They weren't allowed to go to school or any of that. But there's also more bad, but it's on both sides. What about all the Africans that sold slaves to the Muslims or whoever the hell else? A lot of English people, and yes, Americans too, who put them on boats.
Well, apparently the Portuguese had major control of it to South
Yes,
America,
they did.
and
Yep.
there was like 5 times as many slaves sent to South America than the United States.
Yeah. But I mean, what about that? What about the black who would sell out their own people? What about them? Ever hear about that? All we ever hear about is how great Africa was. Not that any of these people ever been to Africa, and I doubt very many of them want to live there now. Africa has been fucked up for long before we were born. And there are many parts of slavery that never get mentioned. It's just like the Indians or the illegal aliens, how downtrodden they are and all this and that and the other. Well, they got a socialist running Mexico now. I wonder how they like that shit. Apparently they don't because they keep coming here. And our dumbasses keep
Yeah.
voting
See?
in people that just keep handing them money.
But we have Americans that want socialism, but they refuse to go there.
Yeah.
How about we take the Mexicans in, kick out the stupid ass Americans, and then we call it evil.
Yeah. And by the way, most of those stupid ass Americans that everybody hates are white that want the socialism and the communism.
Yeah, that's
Most of them are white.
Yeah.
Black people,
like Antifa. That's mostly white people starting all these riots in the streets, but these are no wait, I'm sorry. These protests, peaceful protests in the streets. Yeah. Okay.
the problem with people like BLM and all these other things is they're victims, self-imposed or otherwise. And with victims, once you're a victim like that, you always have to be a victim. So they will never be satisfied as long as people keep giving them shit that they want. Someday somebody's going to have to tell them no. And then someone else is going to have to tell them no. And then everybody's going to have to tell them no. And then you go and, do your thing. And then the black people will have to start cleaning up their own backyard first with the, single mother with 12 kids by 5 or 6 different men. You know, that kind of thing. The welfare abuse, the welfare careers. Start raising your children not to be, especially your daughters, not to be sex objects. Starts raising your sons to have some fucking respect. Doing shit like that. Now, that's not to say there's a lot of black people out there do that. And they're the ones that they don't like this. It's like with Hispanics. There's a lot of legal people here, either born or raised or came here the right way from another country, through that ridiculous morass of bullshit you have to go through to come here, did it right. They can't stand the illegals either. See, that's what the problem with everybody wants to put everybody into a group. But in the end, most Hispanics don't feel that way. Most blacks don't feel the way BLM does. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
believe me, I know.
It has nothing to do with color, what I'm about
Yolanda,
to say. But I still don't think
Yolanda is a perfect example. She does not like the fact that there's illegal Mexicans coming into this country. She is Hispanic. Like I've always said, do not call her a Mexican because that's like throwing out the N-word to her. It's like I'm not Mexican. I'm Hispanic and I'm an American. And her parents came here the right way, and her grandparents came here the right way, and they were very discouraged at what's going on our border.
Yep. Most people who come to this country want a job, want to make a living, want their kids to grow up with better schools, which, believe it or not, are probably better here than a lot of fucking places they're coming from, that's for sure. Want to be able to eat every day, live indoors, that kind of thing. And I sincerely have no problem with those people. I mean, some of them, you know, they get through, they become bad people. What, you know, you take care of them. But the problem is that they haven't broken any laws. They broke a law coming over the border. Just because you want to ignore it doesn't make it any less true. And it's not just Mexico. It's all of South America. Hell, it's the whole fucking world. They come in all over the place.
Yes, Haitians, Chinese.
Oh yeah, the Chinese anchor babies.
Yeah.
They even send them over here on purpose to do that shit.
Yeah,
they sure do.
They do it on purpose. And now they have that Chinese woman that was working with China. Now they have her stuck in the California Chinese consulate, holding her up over there, so she's hiding, and they can't arrest her ass.
Yep.
You heard about that with that?
Yep. They have infiltrated everything.
Was that where they were burning all the shit? Where
No,
the hell were they burning all the documents?
That was in Houston.
Well, that was Texas.
Houston, Texas. This is another.
No, this woman was working on giving nuclear information
there
China
before you let us in. Yeah. What is it? Yeah,
nuclear information to China or something, and she hauled ass to California to the Chinese consulate over there, and the U.S. can't go in and get her because it's a sovereign place. It's thought of as China.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
So you can't go in and get her dumbass.
Yep. And somehow or another, they'll smuggle her out of the country.
Oh, yeah.
You know, probably with the help of the CIA or something.
Well, they all look alike.
It's kind of hard to tell, but, you know. But on a lighter note,
did you guys...
way back in the day when we started this show, when I told you, Jerry, about what Jasmine would do today.
Yeah.
She went, her husband got stranded over there in West Texas on a rig. all of his co-workers just kind of left his ass, and he's the driller, and they stacked the rig, but somebody's got to stay with the rig. So he had to stay, and he had no food. So she had to haul ass last night to go take the 10-hour drive to go feed him so that she can go grocery shopping for him because he can't leave the property. Well, today, thank God she goes in his vehicle, which is a little Dodge SUV instead of the Chevy HHR that I donated. She tags a fucking deer and guts the motherfucker on the road. The deer just jumps out in front of him. I'm like, Jasmine, really? Are you serious? I said, Dad, it was just guts everywhere. It's like, God. And game warden
throw in the trunk.
Well, good thing the game warden station was just down there. Some man stopped. So she pulled off, and good thing no damage to the vehicle. But some older man stopped and offered her help, and she says, I'm just bawling like crazy that I killed this animal. And she said, the man said, okay, well, the game warden station, we have to turn it into the game warden. So they go up just like a quarter mile or a mile down the road, get the game warden comes back, and she hit that deer broadside. She said the guts just flew. She said the Dodge is full of blood, but it's a good thing it's red. Anyway, so the game warden says, do you want it? She's like, I'm not going to put it in the vehicle. What am I going to do with it? And I'm sure my husband on the rig over there would love it. But what the fuck? I'm not going to put it in the vehicle. So the old man that stopped to help her said, well, if you don't want it, I'll take it. He's like, get this shit out of here. I don't want it. It's like, Jasmine, only you. So now she can claim that she bagged the deer for her daddy at 50 years old. And I'm a deer hunter.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
I took it.
So the old man took it.
Yeah, the old guy that out to help her. The old guy said, you're not going to get a ticket. There's nothing you can do.
yeah.
It jumped out in front.
Yeah.
He took her to the game warden. The game warden comes back, straight up says, you're not going to get hit. You couldn't have stopped it. Because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Said, but do you want it? She said, well, my husband would love it, but I'm not putting that in my car.
Yeah.
The old guy said, I'll take it. Jeez.
Yeah, it's one thing when I'm not,
So
when their insides are still inside to put it in your car, I guess. It's another thing altogether when all their insides are outside, then that makes a mess.
yeah, she blew it out. Oh, the insides were all over the road. She said she hit it broadside and split, and the guts flew everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit of blood in the back somewhere. I wish she'd have been in my truck. I'd have told her to put that thing in the damn bed of the truck, cover it up, put some ice on it, take it home.
All right. Well, that was.
You don't need no ice on it. You let it hang high.
Permit? Yeah.
That
No,
was.
That'll be fine. I mean, should the old dude should have dressed it, finished it, or something, whatever. But,
Well,
You didn't have to good.
this,
That's true.
this has been a heartwarming story, Nick, about the dead deer and the guts and
Finished off all the
everything.
politics.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But we have to go. These two do not own a clock. They have no idea what time it is. We will be back Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
It's April. What?
where we will be taking more call-ins. Apparently, I didn't put the number out or have it on the screen the entire show, but those who would like to call in Wednesday night would be great. I want to thank Kevin for calling in. That was cool. Always good to hear from Kevin. Kevin is an exceptionally nice guy and an exceptional person. He truly is. And one of the things I love about him, like many of you, is everybody here can take a joke. And that's, in this day and age, unusual. So thank you for that. Matt, you got any last words for tonight?
Be aware of the universe, blah blah blah, your surroundings and dingy dangle and at all times and blah blah. You never know, shits.
Okay, Nick, you want to take a crack at it?
If you hit a deer, take it home.
Yeah.
Donate it to a needy person.
Yeah.
Veterans, love. There's disabled veterans, homeless veterans. Somebody has to eat. Just don't let it go to waste.
Okay. There you go. Someone on the side of the road the other day probably got hit by a car. Whenever you see them on the side of the road, they got hit by a car. Anyway. Please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. And always remember, it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry. On behalf of Maddie K. and Nick Young, we will bid you a good night till 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights. Hopefully, we will all survive what the politicians are doing to us. Y'all have a great night. Thank you. Bye.